I'm convinced 1,000 Sisters won't continue if Amy Slaton or Tammy Slaton wants to leave the show. They need both to keep going. 1,000 Sisters stars Amy Slaton and Tammy Slaton may not want to be part of the show anymore after some harrowing years, and I'm convinced that if they choose to leave, the series will come to an end. Tammy, who's been one of the main stars of the show since the beginning, has had a tough time in the last few years alongside her sister Amy, who's been another major piece of the 1,000 Sisters puzzle. While the show revolves around their family at large, the series began as a look at the pair of sisters moving through the world. Amy and Tammy have since been joined by their family members throughout the show's run, with their older sisters Amanda Halterman and Misty Slaton joining the cast along with their older brother, Chris Combs. Amanda, Misty, and Chris all have issues with weight, but the focal point of the show has primarily been Amy's time finding her way through a new normal after weight loss surgery, and Tammy's finding her path to getting healthier with her weight loss surgery. Though the sisters are still part of the series, I'm under the impression that if they left, the show would end. Although Tammy, Amy, and the rest of the family have had problems throughout the run of the show, 1,000 Sisters Season 6 was particularly difficult for the family. After the drama of 1,000 Sisters Season 5, which saw Tammy finally getting to a place where she was well enough to have her weight loss surgery. After 4 full seasons of dealing with difficulties in her physical and mental health, Tammy was able to have her bariatric surgery and begin her recovery, albeit after one of the scariest health situations she'd ever been in. Tammy's luck finally turned around, however slowly. Unfortunately, things took a sharp nosedive when after her surgery and wedding to Caleb Willingham, Tammy's husband passed in the Ohio-based rehabilitation facility they met in. While Tammy was dealing with one type of grief, Amy was dealing with another. After having her second son in just a few short years, Amy was open about the fact that she was struggling with her mental health, but her husband Michael Halterman wasn't being helpful with anything in their home. As Amy moved through the difficult parts of her marriage, she couldn't find peace in any way, which caused even more struggle. Although Tammy's time on 1,000 Sisters hasn't been negative, necessarily, she doesn't always have the best connotation with sharing her life on screen. Throughout the last few years, Tammy has been sharing a lot about her health and her weight, which ultimately makes her a target for harassment and hate online. While Tammy has been honest and forthcoming, she finds herself in a lot of situations where people are unkind to her because of the way she's chosen to share her story. While Tammy may seem like she has a thick skin, she's actually incredibly sensitive, which has proven difficult. While she's been happy to share herself on screen, the criticism and shade Tammy gets online hasn't been healthy for her, especially now that she's in a situation where she's trying to maintain her weight loss. Dealing with the mental health behind her physical health hasn't been easy, and Tammy has been struggling to find the balance for years on 1,000 Sisters. I think the criticism from the show's viewers has become even louder after Tammy's surgery, which has been strange for her to deal with after doing something she thought would bring people some sense of peace about her. Amy's time on the last season of 1,000 Sisters was a strange and overwhelming look at her life, and though there were moments she played peacemaker between her siblings, Amy wasn't doing the best job in handling her own problems while helping others. Despite knowing that she needs to take care of her mental health in order to be a better version of herself, Amy made it clear that she was more focused on other elements of her life during 1,000 Sisters Season 6. Now, with her mental health struggling significantly, Amy needs to take care of herself before returning. 1,000 Sisters Season 7 would be a great way for Amy to clear up any lingering issues she has with the people surrounding her, but I think other than the pre-filmed next season of the series, Amy needs to take a break from the show for the sake of her mental health. While Amy has been able to balance things in the past, it's clear that she's been operating as more of a single mother than ever. After public outbursts and brushes with the law, Amy needs to make it clear that she's putting herself first with a break. Although Amy and Tammy have both been able to make it through filming 1,000 Sisters without each other in the past, specifically when Tammy spent nearly a year out of state at a treatment facility before and after her weight loss surgery, it's clear that the show operates better when they're together. When Amy and Tammy aren't appearing on the show together, more responsibility falls to one or the other to bring the drama, which isn't good for either of them. Even with the rest of their siblings in the mix, things aren't easy for whoever has the leading role. Amy and Tammy's time on 1,000 Sisters functions better when they're moving through the series as a duo, and I think if either of them chooses to leave the series, the other would do the same. While appearing separately is one thing, I think if someone in the family decided they were done filming the show, the rest of the family would reevaluate. Because Tammy and Amy are so close, I think the pair would wind up consulting one another before they left the show and decide to end it. Without both Amy and Tammy, £1,000 sisters wouldn't feel right.